These are the new Callaway AI smoke drivers, and they've got some funky new tech. So we've got 3 new drivers on the scene from Callaway for this year. The first one we've got is the AI Smoke Triple Diamond. So we've got 3 diamonds on here. This is a smaller head. The weight is closer to the face and it's a little bit deeper. We've got 2 weights in the head, one at the back, one at the front. When I got my demo kit, the first orientation of this was to have the 14 grams in the back and the 2 grams in the front. The first thing I did was swap them round, so I've got 14 grams right at the front. And the second driver in the lineup is the Max. The Max driver has a slidable weight on the back here, so if we want to get the weight to the heel, we then encourage more of the club face to encourage draw spin. If we want to get the weight all the way to the toe, then we've got a bigger area that encourages fade spin, so we can fine tune the flight a little bit more. We've also got the adjustable hosels, and all of these the same as Callaway have had for a little while. And then we go into the AI Smoke Max D. So the Max D is the draw version of this club. There's more weight in the heel of the club and it's kind of fixed there, so we can't adjust that. We've got 1 weight at the back, which makes the head more forgiving. Now the way that this makes the head more forgiving is that if we put the weight at the front of the head and we hit the ball off center, it will twist around that point, so the moment of inertia is not as good. If we get the weight at the back of the club and we hit it off center, it doesn't twist around that point as easily, so it makes the ball speed maintain a lot more. But we've also got some extra tech in the club face that also helps that off center hit. Now there's variable face thickness in these drivers from that AI technology. Variable face thickness is where we have a thicker face underneath on the back side of the club face in the middle, and then it's thinner around the outside. Now we've had that technology for many years now. However, the amount of thickness and where the thickness is now been manipulated based on artificial intelligence, based on the strike location of the golfers, of the handicap players that use these different models of golf club, and it is delightful. Callaway have looked at where the strike location is for the triple diamond kind of golfer. They've looked at thousands of golf shots on where the off-center strike is for that golfer, and they've made that part of the golf club faster for that off-center strike. And in later videos you will see how that comes into effect, because it really does work. So when we flip back to the D version, the Max D, this is the draw version of the club, this type of golfer strikes the face in a different place to the other clubs. This type of golfer has the benefit of the technology behind this club face to improve ball speed on their off-center strikes with a lot more accuracy. So if you're looking at getting one of these, I do encourage you to go and get fitted, because one of them might perform better because of that off-center strike location and the technology behind it. I hit the Max D and I don't quite get as much as I do from the Triple Diamond, so I obviously strike it in a place on the face where the technology is specifically aimed at being. And then if I look at the Triple Diamond, again, it's in a different location. Callaway are going into the depths of AI face technology very well. Jon Rahm has a specific face for his specific strike locations. Now that's very specific to that one golfer, but I think in later years we're going to have choices in face that affects the ball speeds that we get from off-center strikes. But at the minute, we're seeing the early stages of that idea. With the Triple Diamond driver, the shaft that you'll see in this driver most of the time on the shelf will be the Denali. This is a Denali 60 gram stiff. It's got a high kick point and low torque. So the high kick point basically means that most of the bend in this shaft is coming from higher up in the shaft. When we have more bend at the tip of the shaft, we get more bend and release into the ball. And from the tip, we would get more height and more left encouragement from that shaft. Now, because this is bending higher up, we're not getting as much face manipulation from that bend profile. So the Denali is encouraging that lower righter flight compared to other shafts. And it matches up with the Triple Diamond head very well, because this is more squatted, aimed at launching the ball lower, aimed at spinning it lower, especially when you get that 14 grams right in the front. And then the AI Smoke Max. The shaft that we're going to see in this driver is the Tensai Blue AV series, so it's got a bit more movement in the shaft compared to the Denali. We've got a mid kick point and a mid torque shaft here, so we've got a bit more movement in the shaft than the other one. Because this sort of golfer tends to need a bit more help getting the club head to bend and release into the ball to encourage that direction and shape and speed. Now torque is the amount the shaft twists, so the amount the shaft moves this way round. So when we hit the ball off center, you might get a deflection from there. So if we have less torque, we get less deflection. However, some golfers need more torque. And when we need more torque, it's because we're getting that bend and release into the ball, and we need to help the club face shut down that little bit more. So this is why there are different shafts available to suit each golfer. If you're ordering a new one or buying one second hand, you might be able to pick your loft and your shaft combination. If you can go and hit them, that is the ideal scenario to get the most out of your flights. You want to hit something light, you want to hit something heavy, and see what the difference is in the flight and see which one you get more out of. However, these are the shafts that you would normally see in these clubs on the shelf. We go into the Max D, we've got more weight bias on the heel, we're going to encourage more draw spin. The shaft that you'll normally see in this club on the shelf is the Cypher 40. So the 40 gram shaft is going to be a lot lighter, going to help you get a lot more speed into the ball, because the golfer that's going to leave the ball out to the right gets more speed, gets more closure on the club face. And on here we've got low kick and high torque to encourage those benefits. So low kick means we're getting more kick from the bottom of the shaft here, and high torque means we're getting more twist on the shaft. So with a slower swing speed potentially, we're going to get more reaction from the shaft. That shaft's going to get into the ball with a bit more help and assistance to encourage the ball flight to get up and to get left. So you can see how the stock shafts are encouraging the benefits of these heads, and then you've got the technology in the club face that's also helping the ball get further, because we're getting more smart face technology, we're getting more rebound off those bad strikes. And this is the first year where I absolutely agree with all the marketing that's come out with these clubs. And in my next video, I'm going to test out the triple diamond, and I'm going to show you how good my bad strikes are. But hopefully that gives you a bit more understanding of the three models that are there in the lineup, in case you're looking. See you on the next video.